Hi, everyone. And today we have with us Dr. Abdul Rafe. We're very proud of him. He's an American and American Medical College graduate of 2021. And he's got a very quick job in Ireland as an SHO in Navan. And fortunately, he worked there very hard. And after finishing that the rotation over there, he was able to apply and move over to England and UK. I think that is one of the biggest steps crossing the pond. I did that in 1997 at that time, and I think it is a very crucial step, and you need to know those steps. And Dr. Rafe is going to tell us how you apply for the GMC, what are the steps, and what are the intricacies of getting there, and how to get a job over there, Rafe.
Thank you, sir, again for having me. Really plus to be a part of this podcast again. Going forward, as we discussed earlier, that for Ireland you only require an English language exam and then the registration for Irish Medical Council after 1 year of house job. That is the mandatory steps there only. But for UK, you require after your graduation, you require English language exam, that is B grades in OET or 7 or 7.5 in IELTS, and then you require to pass PLAB 1, that is the theory exam for UK for getting a GMC registration. And after passing PLAB 1, you need to pass PLAB 2, which is OSCE type of an exam, which is conducted at Manchester, in Manchester in England. So now they have shifted the names from PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 to UKMLA 1 and UKMLA Step 2.
Right.
So this is a recent change in their steps. I heard that there is going to be a transition, but it's not going to be much similar like USMLE. It will be much similar to the previous PLAB exams, but there will be some changes which they will keep on changing. And for this, I would recommend everyone to keep an eye on GMC guidelines and GMC website because they keep you updated with it. I During my house job again, I did OET, which helped me. And after my house job, while I was working as a medical officer, I did a PLAB 1, and I was unable to get a seat in Pakistan. So I went to Dubai because I would recommend everyone, if you are crazy about something, go beyond the limits. So I went to Dubai, I took my part 1 there, I passed it. And afterwards, as I mentioned, that when I got my IMC registration, I moved to Ireland. So this has somehow helped me to get a job in Ireland, and that helped me to get a job in UK eventually. Because before coming to UK, I have already done my PLAB 2 exam because I came to UK in Manchester to took my PLAB exam, and when I came back, I got a job from Ireland, so I straight away moved to Ireland. So I was among the lucky few who, I must say, that was able to get a job, pass my exam, and then move to Ireland, because they don't have to then worry about passing PLAB 2 exam from Ireland. Because mostly what people do is they get IMC registration, they pass their PLAB 1, and they go to UK, and then they go to Ireland, and then from there they move to UK. So I was lucky that I got it done already. So I got my GMC registration. Again, for this you need your degree verification. Again, you need to make an Epic account. But if you have already done for Ireland, that is, you don't require anything. You just need to send them the link for your degree verification as well. So it was done before for me already. So I was not worried about getting it done again, because it's an essential. But then you have to pay for the GMC registration fees, and this is the whole process of getting the GMC registration. Moving from Ireland to UK becomes easier, I guess, for people because they have the EU experience, and because they have a much better experience in terms of the guidelines these people follow here. Because in Pakistan, they think that there will be hurdles asking people to come from a country which is struggling in terms of their own issues. But I feel that it was providing us a base, and that helped me a lot as well, because I have already made my CV stronger there. But eventually I did a QIP in Ireland. I did polish my CV further. I conducted teaching sessions, worked on my CV further, and then eventually moved to UK in Glasgow, Scotland, at Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in elderly medicine department.
So I think a big change that we moved over from the PLAB to the UKMLE, and you need to understand, I think there are many guides, there are many books, and there are many websites in which you need to prepare and adequately pass the PLAB examination. And where did you actually go for the GMC? Because I think now they have biometrics. Because in our time, that was, I think, the last batch At that time, you just had to go and get the registration, but do you have to still go over there manually, or you can do it online?
No, the thing is that once you are there for the PLAB 2 exam, this is done at GMC Center at Hardman Street and Hardman Square. There are two centers in Manchester. What they do is that they take their passport, they take your passport and take a picture straight away, and that is your biometrics done. And this is how they consider that you are enrolled in their system. And after your exam, even if you have passed or not passed the PLAB exam, you don't require to do it manually again. But for MRCP or MRCS route, I don't think that this is being done. I guess for this purpose, you might have to do it online, or some kind of a verification purpose for that. So I'm not sure about it. But for PLAB exam, when you are there for PLAB 2, you get verification and the biometrics done. Yeah.
And what about the police verification? Did you get that when you were moving from Ireland to
Yeah.
UK?
Yeah, even from Pakistan to Ireland and Ireland to UK, you require the police character certificate. And this is very vital step. In Pakistan, it's easier to get, you just apply it online and then, or maybe you just go to one of the centers and then they verify you and they send, after confirmation, they send the certificate at your home. You can take a picture and upload it online for UK. For Ireland, you need to submit it and they will then send it over the documents to Ireland. From Ireland, I felt that Ireland had a bit difficulty because you have to manually go to one of their police stations, fill a form, and then send your passport and your Irish residency permit with them, the picture of that, and then they send over for to their relevant authorities who then verify you, and then you can submit it. You can submit the certificate. From people coming from Pakistan who get a job in UK, they also require TB certificate. Because I was in Ireland for more than 6 months, I was there for 7 months, so I didn't require a TB certificate for getting a visa for UK for that work purpose. For a non-working purpose, you don't require a TB certificate.
And the TB certificate you require, is that the Montus test or the tuberculin gold test, quantiferon gold test now?
To be honest, I'm not sure about it because I was not the one who needed the certificate because Ireland don't require it. But
Right.
it is done in one of the centers in Lahore. They give you appointment. They are accredited by the visa services of UK because UK has a requirement that everyone coming from South Asian countries, they need a TB certification clearance.
So were the interviews different in going to UK? Were the consultants asking you different questions? Were they more competitive compared to Ireland over there? Because the Irish people are very friendly people, and it's very difficult to leave that country.
Yeah, to be honest, they are much more friendly. And sort of my interview in orthopedics was quite of informal and a formal as well. As you mentioned, that they are friendly. But similarly, I took other interviews while I was working in orthopedics. I found that I'm more inclined towards medicine, so I took a lot of interviews for medicine and I got many jobs. But I eventually wanted to move towards UK for my personal and family reasons. So somehow they are similar in the context they asked you the same questions, but I feel the more probing questions, I generally feel, because I took many interviews for UK as well, so in UK they are slightly more competitive in terms because they have more candidates. In Ireland there is a benefit for Pakistani and the I guess Somalian or Sudanese or doctor because they have similar requirement of just passing the OET exam or IELTS exam and then they get the registration. Because in UK they have a big market coming from all across the world, obviously the competition level increases. So the interviewers, I guess, they make the questions more probing in order to understand not only your clinical side but also your other personality and the ethical sides as well. So I feel that they asked you a bit more tough questions in terms of mastering it. You don't, just get lucky, because I heard that in Ireland people face the same, so it must similar in a one way or another.
So I think that's very important, and you've highlighted that. And it's always worth moving from one side to the other, because you always learn one technique from one area and the other technique from the other area. And it's always a pleasant experience. But I think you need to plan everything in advance, and you need to identify where you want to go, which specialty you want to do, and get your papers right, your preparation right, because otherwise you might get stuck somewhere. And always in your papers, tell the truth. Don't sort of mislead
Yeah.
immigration people or the medical council into anything. And whenever you're doing a job, make sure you have a continuation of job. There shouldn't be any gap in your training. after you do your house job. This is very, very important. So thank you very much, Rafi, and we'll be back again next time to see you in another interview. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.